Hello, my I'm at a loss for words. I was going to say hello, my fellow shoppers, but it wasn't coming out. I was too busy swallowing my Wicked Joe's organic French roast, don't you know? Anyway, hi, welcome. My name is Sarah, and this is Instacart Pearls of Wisdom. But as you returning people know, it's all about the different apps that we use, just the versatility and the choices that we have. It's great. And yeah, I've had an incredible week. I haven't done any in-store work. Today I cashier for 6 hours and tomorrow I in-store shop for 8 hours. So for the last 5 days of this week, I've been doing Uber rideshare, point pickup, and very, very, very slim Instacart ones. And of course, nothing has changed on my 4.92 rating, which is kind of a riot because, as many of you might have seen, that email that I got from Trust and Safety, could there be a funnier name for something that has nothing to do with taking care of a shopper, saying that my low star rating for inventory had been removed, but it was for something in January 6 months ago. So it's like, thanks, Instacart. You really made my day. So yesterday was a very interesting day, and I began Uber ride sharing at 5 in the morning, and right out of the gate got a couple of great trips that earned me 100, both tipped over $10. So that was nice. And then my food third Uber rideshare was two men that were fogged out of their trip to Boston from Martha's Vineyard. The planes didn't fly because of the fog. So they had to take a ferry. They missed their flight, yada, yada, yada. They got in my car. I got them to Logan on time. And that was a nice, hefty fee with a no tip. Thanks, guys. And they were all praise when I let them off because I got them there in time. And they were quite stressed out when they got in the car, and I would have been too. I said, well, what we need to do is channel John Candy in Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And they laughed, and they never said boo the entire way. So that was how they handled their stress, and I just shut up and drove and got them there on time, and it worked out well. I used the HOV lane, which is like if you've got more than one person in the car, you can use. Maybe more of you are aware of city stuff, but for this, you know, farm girl, it's a big deal to me to go to Boston and do the tunnel and get them to the airport and the right terminal and all that kind of stuff. But I did it, and I was back on the Cape by 10:30, and so it was a fabulous day. I made more than 300. So that was definitely my biggest day. Then there was this point pickup, and I love it. Whoever runs it, the people that call me are always like they sound like young men, um, and they said we have a point pickup, and it needs to be delivered by noon. Do you think you could do that? And I said sure, no problem. It was $15. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I got my little red cat. I brought it to the senior complex where the lady lives, and her son answered the door, and he's my age, so you can imagine how old Bertha is. Sweet woman. She ordered lobster rolls for her son, and or somebody did, and took my little red wagon up the elevator, got it done. The man was like totally impressed, not by me, but by the whole idea that you could order all these things on line and they get delivered and you don't have to pay anything. So it was cute. And then I had a double for Instacart, which is just so lean these days. It's incredible. If I only had Instacart to deal with, I would have made $50 this week, I think. So I did that, and it ended up being my biggest day ever. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Instacart, Uber, rideshare, and point pickup goddesses you provided for me yesterday and brought me out of the funk about, like, what do I do? And initially, when I only got two shifts for the store this week, I felt like it was I didn't like it at first, and then of course it ended up blossoming with the freedom of the gig work. That is why we're all drawn to this, like moths to the flames. And so I was very happy. And I hope it's worked out well for you as well, because we need to make our money, and the summer is just so different than the other 3 months. I mean, at least for me, I noticed that. And you think that because it's a tourist area, I'd be busy all the time, and I am with Uber. Um, I guess I have to turn it off, and I have to stop the new requests because I must have pressed some button in the setup where it's just like get every, I can't really decline too much, and it's not offered with me to accept. It just comes in as go pick up. So, and that works for me. So it's 4 o'clock in the morning now, and I'll turn it on and I'll do maybe a couple of little Uber trips before I have to go in and cashier, don't you know? So it's nice. Now, yesterday, so I was on my way to do my single Instacart, and I had, the add on. It's down, it's a green little, how the things come, a button, you'd accept it. And it says accept add on, and it was an order for around the corner 6 items, I think. Well, 4 organic milks, 1 organic mushroom, and 2 boxes of organic pasta. So I could do that. So that was the add on. Of course, I accepted it. And it was very interesting because both orders were answered at the door when I got there, both men in wheelchairs. I mean, what are the chances of that, right? And so it was great. They're very appreciative. And it was just nice, to have like little conversations with people that are appreciative of the service. And no 5-star rating from either one of them. And the 4.92, as I said, it just remained the same. So the dig out continues. And at the pace that Instacart is sending batches my way, it's going to take, till Christmas to get out of it. But that's okay, as long as, the Uber rideshare and my desire to do it. So I used the Edge for that. So I got back to the Cape, and I immediately went through the car wash and filled it up with gas and wiped it all down with a microfiber after the car wash for the soap things. And so it's all nice and pretty and ready for some Ubering today. And then I took the Camry to do the point pickup and the Instacart and did the same thing, car wash and filled it with gas. And it's just nice. It was just, I mean, to think that I did all of that by noon and I made that amount of money from 5 to 12, it ends up, just putting 6 into, and it was a $50 an hour day for the continuous driving. And yet I got things done with car washes and gas fill-ups, and got to go home and make more coffee and feed the cats and things like that. So it was one of those synchronistic days that, it just is nice when it flows. It's nice when it's rewarding. Um, all my dealings were with men yesterday. That was nice. And so anyway, it's just one of those appreciative of the freedom that I have to do what I need to do to make a living, and at my age. So I'm very grateful. You know, I try to take care of myself. I try to make everything work, and I hope that I can continue to do this. I only ask for one more day of being able to continue to do this, and I'm very, very grateful. And I love that instead of complaining. But yeah, look for that accept add-on and see if that hadn't happened to me. I mean, the last time I remember the first time it happened, and I'm like looking at, and it's like, what does accept add-on mean? And this was like 2.5 years ago. It was very much pre-pandemic. And so anyway, I'm just grateful for what I've been given, what I have, and not, stamping my feet and pouting at what I think I deserve and I don't get. So, my rating is what it is, but I'm happy and feeling fulfilled. Maybe it's the good luck of the fishy earrings, who knows? But I'm so glad for choices and the different apps, and And I hope you have them too, and you're able to toggle between them and make a good living. And regardless of how Instacart is abusing you, because they don't really do anything else except, do they? I mean, their board meetings must be just like, and how can we torture them? There's some happy people out there. In the statistics for the how likely would you be to recommend Instacart to a friend, they must be getting tens. And so it's like, well, we've got to do something to make them feel abused and right where they should be, lower than a speed bump. That's where they like us. Anyway, have a great day, regardless of how they try to keep you down. I will see you here the next time. Thank you for watching. My name is Sarah, and this is Instacart Pearls of Wisdom. Bye-bye for now.